Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Well before my children were born, actually while we were still dating, my husband and I decided we wanted to have 2 children, a boy and a girl, preferably a girl first. And we planned our family to wait until we were financially stable so I could quit work and stay home with them while they were young. We also wanted them to be close in age so they'd be good friends and playmates. Now I realize not all families work this way. Some couples can't even have children and end up taking an alternate route. And no one can really plan for whether their child is a boy or girl, with perhaps the exception of my dad. All the doctors said I would be a boy, but he adamantly disagreed. I asked God for a girl, and He'll give me a girl, he told them. Like I said, plans don't always work out the way we want them to, because sometimes God has other plans. It sure didn't work out the way Joseph and Mary planned, did it? Mary got pregnant before their wedding, which was definitely not how it was supposed to be. They had to move their wedding up, and then she ended up having him while they were out of town. Then they had to flee the country because an evil king was trying to kill him. Suffice it to say that none of this was in their plans. But how much of life really is? In studying John 1, we read about those who believe in Jesus. It says they are children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision, or of a husband's will, but born of God. Jesus sure wasn't born of natural descent. He didn't have a normal father and mother like everyone else. His father was God. He wasn't born of human decision. Though Mary and Joseph were obviously honored to be his parents, I'm sure this wasn't the route that they would have chosen on their own if they had a choice. And they would definitely have chosen a different time that would have been less humiliating and more convenient. And it definitely wasn't the husband's decision. Joseph had nothing to do with Jesus' conception. It was all God from beginning to end. But according to this verse, that's exactly how our spiritual birth occurs. Our salvation doesn't happen through our family tree. We could have a pedigree of Christians traced all the way back to Pentecost. But if we choose not to believe, we're still going to hell with or without a handbasket. Our Christianity can't be inherited. Our salvation is not by human decision, or as the King James Version says, the will of the flesh. We can't be saved from personal effort, an intellectual determination, or an emotional decision. It's only by God's grace through faith. And it's not by the will of a husband, or a mama, or a grandma. We can't be saved just because our parents or someone else wants us to be. Nor can we beat someone over the head with the Bible to get them saved. That's just not how it works. Salvation is God's work from beginning to end. And He knows what He's doing. Aren't you glad? It's not what we say or don't say, do or don't do, that gets people saved. That's not to say God doesn't use us in the process. He does. And it's a huge privilege. But if we don't open our mouth when we should, or we don't feel like we've explained something well enough, we shouldn't get discouraged. It's God's work from beginning to end, and He loves our friend or family member more than we do. After all, He made them. So keep on talking to people about Him, sing His praises both literally and figuratively, and definitely keep praying. So when the Lord does a work in someone's life through you, you can rejoice at being part of God's plan and seeing Him work.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.